Hello and good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Tea Time and Spells. My name is Melissa and today I've got a fun haul from Michael's that I'm going to be sharing with you all. I just came back from California and while I was in California I made sure to hit up Michael's because it's not local in my city, and I grabbed as much as I could fit in my carry-on bag. So if you are interested in what I've got and what is available at Michael's, because there's a lot more than this, then go ahead and grab yourself a snack, maybe something to drink. It has been a very long jet-lagged day of traveling, so I'm drinking some coffee this morning. So let's get into it. All right, so starting out, I am going to be showcasing these three mini kits. These are a little bit bigger than like Diamond Art Club's mini kits because theirs are 4x6 inch canvases and these ones are 5x7. So instead of getting like 6 little ones, you got 4. And these are a combination of partial and full drill. So for those who don't know, partial drill is when part of the canvas is just canvas. The other part is a full drill canvas, would be every inch of it would be considered a drill placement. So like this is one that I started while I was out there because I finished my mini dragons and I had to start something. So I started with the fun like Halloween cocktail ones. Full disclosure, Katie from Diamonds and Washi was the one who did like a little sneak peek at Michael's and she showcased some of this stuff. And I didn't know that Michael's even had a special Halloween seasonal run. So heads up and shout out to Katie from Diamonds and Washi because yeah, I didn't know. There's been a few other creators who have since done Michael hauls, but she was the one that I first saw. And when she showed the cocktail one, I knew for a fact I wanted this one. So I started doing this one. Now I was not able to fit my cylinder, my cylinder jar system that I normally use to kit up. So this is the one that I usually use where it's got the 60 colors that you can usually kit up in. And because of that, I had to kit up in baggies. And Michael's is just like all the other ones. They never give you enough of the little baggies. So what I was doing was all the colors, because this kit came with like 49 or so. Let me grab. Let's see. It came with 45 colors across all 4 of the designs. So what I was doing is I would choose one color and then I would go and I would place them on every single one. But as you can see, they're pretty good size and they're really fun. These were fun to do. They are not on an actual grid. So like if I bring this one up, for instance, there you go. So you can kind of see how like they go at an angle and they kind of do like some round sections. So multi-placing, like I don't really multi-place with this. I think the most I multi-placed would be like 3 and more if it was in like a straighter kind of section that you could actually place. But it's more freestyle, which is different from what I'm used to because I'm used to the grid. I'm used to the square grid and it's all nice and straight. So that's different for the partial. I don't know what it's like for the full drill. We'll take a look at that together. I do want to point out, especially if you're used to like Diamond Art Club's symbols, that some of them are not too bad. The red got really bad when there were red sections. So let me pull up this one because this one's got a lot of red in it. And the red on red, that's a little rough on the eyes. So if you can, maybe use a light pad or maybe an overhead light source because that might get to you That might get to your eyes a little bit. It was starting to get to mine, which is why I would kind of swap out with some other colors, maybe some that were a little bit easier to take a look at, just so that it wasn't hurting my eyes over time. But look at these. These are just so much fun. A lot of fun ones. So yeah, this was the first one, and this is the kit that I started. So for those who are interested in what the kits come with, this is a Diamond Art Club tray. And I had to switch over to my Diamond Art Club tray pretty early on. All right. Just oh my goodness, we're struggling. Okay, I took it out of the box. We're gonna need to open up another one. We're gonna open up another one, and that way you can see what a full untampered look comes with. So let me put this away, and then we'll open up this one next, because this one's a full drill. All right, let's see here. This is all blind for me. I haven't seen any reviews except for those Halloween cocktail ones that Katie did, that she opened up. Those were really fun. Okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, and these are the typical square, your square field. Oh, by the way, the drills are round. I'm pretty sure they're all round. Yeah, so you can take a look at these. And this one comes with 25 colors. They do have special drills in some of the kits. Not this one or the other one. We'll have to take a third one. But some of their larger kits did have, they did have some special glow-in-the-dark ones. These are not stickers, by the way. So if you do happen to have the ability to make sticker labels, I would highly recommend you do so, especially if you do kit up. Like normally I kit up, and I'll kit up for this one when it comes out. And then this is the tray, the toolkit that you get. So it does have fun coordinating themed colors. You got your basic orange pin with the squishy. You get, I think it's like roughly 10, maybe 15 bags. And then you get your cheapy purple or cheapy orange tray. And then you get some wax that's orange. I was actually using this wax. I tried the tray for like the first couple drill colors, and then I immediately switched out to my small little Diamond Art Club tray that I was traveling with, because there is a big difference between these two. For one, the sides, the lines are just that much higher, and the overall tray size too. So I didn't stick with the cheapies. Once you got a bigger, nicer tray, you kind of can't go back. But the wax worked just fine. I liked the wax, so I'll be keeping those because, you know, it's a fun coordinating thing to do. And one of the things that I did notice about the drill packages with Michaels is that they actually have the symbol on here. They don't have DMC listed on here, but they at least have the symbol. Now, when it comes to the sticker sheet, it shows DMC. So, I mean, they do kind of show, they do kind of follow the DMC color code, color chart. Man, I can't speak. So that is kind of nice. This number right here corresponds with like, I suppose it would be called the product number, the kit number. So that way, if you store your drills separately from your canvases, these could go together and you would know where to find them. So that's rather nice. So if we take a look at these, and this is poured glue, so you can go ahead and roll and fold them up and stuff, which I did with my others. But we got this really cool eye, and this follows, for the most part, a a grid pattern up until you get to the eye. As you can see, it starts, especially around like the pupil, it starts to start turning. So that's rather interesting. Also, when it comes to some of the black and white transitions, especially like right here, that gets pretty rough to see. So I'll definitely be using my my light pad for a couple of these. But overall, really cool designs. And with round drills, you can have gapping and it would be okay. So that's the eye. Ooh, look at the cat. The cat on the books with the moon behind it. And again, they went with that, you know, start kind of turning to accent. Maybe because they had limited color transitions, not to mention the fact of the size. To do some of that detail and the color transitions would be a lot more difficult. So they did a pretty decent job though. They worked with what they had. Oh, and then you got this one, the crystal ball. Oh, that looks so cool. I love kind of like the tarot card look that they were going for. That was a theme this year at Michael's from what I was looking at. Based off of a lot of their other crafts, it was very tarot and like zodiac astrology kind of a theme. It was that theme and more of like a Gothic Victorian theme as well. And I got a couple of little extra crafty goodies that I'll show you that kind of incorporated those themes. So those are the 4. And then Michael's has, you know, their basic how to diamond paint, which if you are new to diamond painting or there's somebody in your life who may be interested in it, these little kits are perfect for that. Like, they're so much fun, and it gives them a really good idea of what to expect for diamond painting, and they're good price. So these were $14.99 US. However, Michael's always has coupons. Like right now, if you were to order these online, which you can, by the way, these are all available online. If you order them online, there was like an August 20 coupon code or something. However, when I first logged on to the website, because I was looking to see what location had the most variety to choose from, and on their website, it flat out said, you know, hey, welcome to Michael's. You know, put in your email and get 25% off. And I did. And I did get a 25% off coupon. And between my sister and I, we were able to save 25% off of our Michael haul. So this is like the astrology tarot kind of set. And this is full drill. So every part of the canvas you would be able to place drills on. So this one was a lot of fun. And then the third one I got was kind of more of a silly one. Pink was a big color theme for Halloween at Michael's. And so they had a lot of like pink Halloween decor there. So if you're into pink and you love Halloween, hit up Michael's. They had a lot of it. But they had some really fun, just cute little sayings, you know, silly stuff. And this is a partial, so the canvas will be pink, the background. We'll go ahead and take a look at those. Toolkits are the same for most of these. Now, I'll show a couple pictures of what they have available online and in the stores, but they had some kits that were also like wooden. They were like a wood plaque, and you would be able to place drills on them. And then when you were finished, it was a complete decor item, and you would be able to hang them. Some of them came with a special diamond painting pin that was purple. I was very tempted to get a set just because I wanted the purple pin. But I have my own purple pin, and I only had so much space in carry-on. But a lot of fun styles. And everything that was available in the store is available online. So if you're interested, take a look at Michael's. Always use a coupon though. So this fun, silly one, this is a small color count. It's got 6. And 2 of the colors apparently don't have a DMC code, so they just leave it blank. That's interesting. Okay. But I mean, they're all the same colors. It's going to be red, pink, and black for the most part, and gray. But as you can see, these ones are just silly, fun. You got that pink canvas background, which just kind of hits, you know, it goes with the theme. So, your coffin or mine. Get in, loser. Yep. Mean Girls is making a comeback. There was a lot of Mean Girl kind of catchphrases. But first, coffin instead of coffee. She got a little sleep mask. And then this one's probably my favorite. Tomb, Sweet Tomb. So yeah, just some fun, cute, silly ones. You know, these are like, if I'm feeling a little bit burnt out on a larger canvas, then I can go ahead and grab one of these and it would be a fun palette cleanser. So that's what I like about the little ones. When I was working on my dragon set from Diamond Art Club, I finished it while I was out in California, and I had so much fun working on just little ones. And I'm sure there's a psychology behind it of, oh, that's because, you know, you finish something, you have that thrill of completion. And, you know, as quick as I can be with my larger canvases, I can't finish them in a couple days. I do like to enjoy them a little bit. So those were the 3 mini ones. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of the accessories that I grabbed. Okay, so first off, the pin. Now, I had to take a couple of stuff out of the packaging in order to make things fit in my carry-on, but this is the orange variation of Michael's like seasonal diamond painting pins that they had. Now, I only saw one, and it was just this color. I didn't see anything online. I know you couldn't purchase the purple one by itself. It was exclusive to those kits, and they had some really pretty kits. So this came with 2 tips. It came with a metal single placer and a metal 3-placer. Now, one of the things I wanted to test out with you guys is these are screw-in tips. And I'm very curious if the screw-in tip size is the same as Diamond Art Club size. I'm going to be thinking no, but let's grab, here we go. Let's grab this single placer. I'm thinking no, because Diamond Art Club likes to be unique and they don't usually have a universal size, but this is what we're doing. We're going to test together. No, too big. So the base of Diamond Art Club's tips are too big for the base of the pin. They're just a little too small, Michael's is. However, I have another set of tips that I would like to try out. So before I spent the money on the pins and the stainless steel tips from Diamond Art Club, I had asked the Reddit community about a compromise, a kit in between like your basic kits that you get in your cheap tool kits, those plastic ones, and Diamond Art Club's like stainless steel and all that. I wanted a more affordable option that met in the middle. And this was the kit, minus the white one, but this was the kit that I got. And I'll link it in the description of the video. But it came with 3 pins. It came with it came with this color. So it came with like a purple one, it came with a green one, and then I believe there was a blue one. I gave the blue one along with a couple tips to my nephew to try out. And as you can see, these are thinner. They're bigger than your regular toolkit pins, but not as big or beefy as like Diamond Art Club or these guys. So it was like a nice transition, you know, you got to transition your way up to bigger and better. And they also came with a whole line, I think 1 through 10, yeah, because 10 is the largest, of metal tips. So one of the reasons why I got this kit was because I wanted to know what were my sweet spot sizes when it came to tips before I spent, you know, $12, $15 on just a single tip from Diamond Art Club. So I loved the fact that I was able to try out metal tips of different sizes and see which ones I really liked. They're a little bit like bigger than Diamond Art Club's. I mean, Diamond Art Club has some of the slimmest on the market, but this one and Everlasting Tips were the two that were always recommended. So let's take one of these and see if this set happens to work in here. Ooh. Almost. Ooh. Sorry. You know, it kind of can. I'm not going to push it, but it kind of does. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than the threading in the actual pen itself. And if we take a look at these two, let's see here. I mean, the threads look okay. The threads are the same size, but this one is slightly smaller than this one, like just like a 0.5 millimeter or something. Almost though. Okay, just wanted to test that as a fun little alternative, but okay. Now I think you can purchase the metal tips at Michael's that are compatible with their actual pens. So if there was a specific size, or if you happen to have some of the tips already from a previous purchase. But I used the 3-placer and of course the single placer when I was working on the Halloween cocktail ones. So this was a lot of fun. It's cheap, like $5.99, and with a 25% off discount. A lot more cheaper than some of the professional ones. You know, it feels really good. It glows in the dark, which is fun, but I don't think any of us are going to be diamond painting in the dark. So, but it was a fun little add-on. And then there's this. So they had all of their summer diamond painting stuff, like 50 or 70% off clearanced. So this little guy is normally like $3 something, and I got him for like $1. And what this is a fun little seasonal wax patty kit. So it holds wax, and this is a seasonal scent. It's apple, obviously. I did ask, and I did look on both the website and online, or in the store. They didn't have a seasonal fall one. Not yet anyways. They didn't know if they were going to get one, because I was on the hunt for like a seasonal fun like pumpkin or something. But I got this one. It was $1, and it holds your wax, so just a fun little novelty one. And then I got some washi tape, and they had a few different batches. So this one was cool because it had like, you know, that astrological sign kind of a theme with like the stamps and the crow. Oh, I loved this one. And then of course they had just a nice regular continuous one. And then this one, which has like curses, potions, spells, and then it kind of cuts off. So there's a little bit more, but I loved this. I thought this was fun. And then they had a kind of a Victorian goth style as well. And then the last two little trinkets I bought were something completely new to me. So these are paper diorama kits. And I thought these would be kind of fun with like maybe my son or something. But you build on top of them to make a 3D effect. So as you can kind of see, it's like a few different sheets of things that you cut out or you pop out, and then you build it together. There were a ton of book nook kits and mini diorama kits at Michael's. So I don't know if you're a fan of book nook kits where you build them together out of wood and everything, but they had so many. I really wanted to grab them, but I didn't have the room in my carry-on. This one was one of my favorites. Oh, I just loved the 3D effect. I'm going to have to do one of these on camera with you guys maybe. I don't know how long it takes. But yeah, it comes out of cardstock. And then they have foam stickers. I wouldn't think these would take too long. Let me know in the comments section below if you guys are interested in watching me kind of piece together one of these. Try and fail, we'll see. So these were a couple of fun little add-ons. They had a few more styles too. Like Michael's, I'm telling you guys, they had so many fun craft things to do there. I had so much fun. I was like a kid in a candy store when I was at Michael's. It was so much fun. So those were the fun little trinkets that I got. Now, I have one more kit. I'm going to give a warning right now. This kit is the Halloween mystery kit from Michael's. Now, if you're familiar with mystery kits from like Diamond Art Club or Jada Gem Shop or some of the others, where it's like a photo negative and you really can't see the photo of, you know, the image that you're looking at. It's a mystery and it comes together as you are completing it. That is not the case with Michael's. It's more of a blind box where there are 4 varieties that you could have chosen, and the only way you knew what variety you were getting was if you opened it up and saw the image, or you cheated and you looked at the bottom of the box next to the UPC code. There is a small circle, and it's a color-coded circle. I'll put images up for you guys to see. If you wanted to know ahead of time what the image was, you could look up at this color-coded circle and you could see what the image correlated to. I'm going to say final warning. If you are not interested in being spoiled and would love to just figure it out and, you know, have it be a surprise when you get home, great. Thanks for sticking around. I will catch you in the next video. For those of you who want to be spoiled or want to know which images there are so that you go and look specifically for one, then go ahead and stick around. So, final warning, if you like to be spoiled, then go ahead and take a look at what we've got. Okay, when I was at Michael's, I took out all of the mystery boxes and I looked at the bottom at the UPC codes because I wanted a specific image. And the one I wanted was the pumpkin patch. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alrighty. This is, whoop, I bumped the camera. This is the image. This is a 16 by 20. So this was a good size. This was the exact length of my carry-on, by the way. I do not have the box because I wasn't able to carry it into my carry-on with the box. I had to take it out and kind of smush it into my suitcase. So it kind of got a little crumpled on the edges there, but that's okay. It'll lay flat. It's poured glue. This one comes with 55 colors. 4 of them are cool glow in the dark, and they are primarily in the pumpkins and in the candles and a little bit in the sparkles of the tree. Now, if you want to know what the color codes are for the matching images, I'm going to go ahead and place right now a picture of what they correspond to. This was the one painting kit that I absolutely wanted to get at Michael's in person so that I could choose what variation. Because if you order it online, because you can, it was going to be a random pick, which is great if you wanted to be surprised. But I knew what the other 3 images were, and I mean, one of them was like, no. The other 2 were like, maybe. This was the one that I was like, no, I want this particular one for Halloween. Like, I wanted this particular one. So, you know, I took them out. I got a couple of looks from passerbyers, but I ended up taking this particular one out of the box to double check, and then I ended up buying it. So, but yeah. So that was my Michael's haul. There were so many diamond painting kits. Like, if I had the storage space and I had the ability to take them all home with me, I could have gone nuts at Michael's because I do not have one. The nearest Michael's to me is an hour and a half away. And it's a smaller Michael's anyways, because, you know, we live in South Dakota. We're not as big as the cities. I was visiting family in Sacramento, so I had the luxury of a few different Michaels to choose from. And you better believe I was scoping it out online at the website, seeing who had the largest variety, and I pick and chose the store that had the most. So for those who live in the Sacramento area, the Michaels next to the Galleria Mall, which is a mega mall for those who aren't aware. It's equivalent in size, in my opinion, to the Mall of America. It's only 2 stories. It's not 4 like Mall of America is, but Mall of America has a lot of repeating stores. Galleria really didn't. So that was fun to kind of refresh my memory on what a real mall feels like, because it's been a long time. I moved to South Dakota 18 years ago, so it was fun to be able to visit some of the old haunts and go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and the mall and all my favorite food shops. So, but yeah, I would recommend, you know, hit up Michael's online, take a look at their selection. They got so much fun ones. They got a lot of smaller kits, great for kids. If you know of any kids who are interested in the hobby, pick up a couple. They were cheap, like $10 for like a small little kit, or like 15 for like those four-pack kits. And they always had they always have deals. I mean, they have an automatic 20% off deal right now. Again, you know, I had that coupon, so that was 25% off. So, you know, don't pay full price, get it with a deal, because you'll save more money, and then that means more diamond painting or other crafts. Again, they had a ton of crafts there. So that is gonna be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comment section below. What is your favorite? What are you gonna be picking up? Or if any of these tickled your fancy. So otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.